Welcome back everybody to a brand new MCOC video. Today we are going to be finally starting our Act 3 quest. A new foe is the first guy. Spider Monkey, Night Monkey is the first opponent that we will be facing. Now I'm going to do things kind of differently since we have 6 quests to go through. I'm just going to show you the layout of this first one just to kind of get you guys to know what we're getting ourselves into. But the other ones we're just going to jump from fight to fight to fight. I'm going to give like 1 or 2 commentaries about the people that we are fighting, a strategy to use against them. The fights are within like 10 to 20 seconds long, so there's not a lot of time for me to give you that information. So that was just kind of my idea. Our first fight, as you can see here, Ghost Rider. These fights early on are going to be much weaker. See, Captain America is 1,400 and Cosmic Ghost Rider is 663. So as you can see, we have Mangong's class advantage, but he's half the rank of Captain America, so we're just going to go with Captain America. Ghost Rider, watch out for his second power. His second power deals lots and lots of damage. It's high on critical damage. The input is a little slow, so that's why the input lag is kind of bad, guys. He does have an armor up buff, but that's about it. His first power is unblockable, so as you can see there, unblockable, and there's cruelty, which increases crit damage. So that is it for our first fight. Now, next up we have Kraven Hunter against Yellow Jacket. Once again, with class advantage, I'm just doing so tremendously well because just of how hard hitting our champions are. Now, Yellow Jacket does have some physical and energy resist, so it will make the fight a little bit longer than it needs to be. His first power does a power sting, and his second power does a petrify, which reverses what the healing does. So if you're healing 100, you'll be taking 50 damage. So watch that against Yellow Jacket. Next we have Captain America against Cyclops. Okay, his first power is very hard to dodge. It's just a laser beam, a 3-hit laser beam essentially, and they're very hard to dodge. If not, it's just a standard champion, melee. His second power, he does a couple punches and then he uses his laser. We just killed him so quickly it doesn't matter. Captain America against Yondu. Yondu will bleed through blocks, so you have to watch out for that. If he hits you with his whistle, you won't parry, and there's a chance that you'll bleed. If he punches, then it's completely normal. As you can see here, he bled because he hit me with his whistle. His first power is annoying to dodge, same thing as his second. He's not a fun champion. Captain America against Iron Fist is who we have next. Very, very quick fight. Captain America has class advantage. As you can see, 5 hits and he's less than half health and dead. Okay, see, I don't even have time to give an interesting fact, so fast I kill him. Kraven Hunter against Ronin. Okay, so we have ourselves a pretty even matchup. Well, kind of. It's like, I'm sorry about the nose, guys. I've just been really stuffy lately. Temperatures have been going up, they've been going down. So the rankings are getting closer. My 1200 Kraven Hunter against Ronin, who is 700. Only 500 point difference. But Kraven Hunter's second power is just so powerful that it's not even going to matter. Next we have ourselves Kraven Hunter, and I did not see who that was. Spider-Man Stealth Suit. So as you can see, he's much higher than the other ones. The other ones have been 600, 700, and he's 1,000. So he's the final boss, as you can see. Spider-Man Stealth Suit will start with 1 evade charge, and that you have to watch out for that 1 evade charge. Then he has these fragile debuffs, meaning that critical damage are increased on that champion. So you do have to watch out for that as well. But okay, just block these. You can technically dexterity his second power, but I don't feel the use of it. And once again, Kraven Hunter's second power, just so strong. His poison and bleed is just very powerful. I love it. Okay, so that quest is completed. Now we're moving on to Captain America against Wolverine on quest 2. It's a little harder. They're starting off the first fight as 700 champions instead of mid 600, low 600. Plus, mutant champions generally tend to be lower ranked than other classes. Captain America against Black Bolt. We've seen Black Bolt fight before. Second power, first power, they both stun. Second power deals more damage, but obviously you have to have two first powers to be equivalent. Just watch out for the Cruelty and the Furies. One wrong misclick and a second power or even a first power will deal tons of damage on you guys. So be careful with that with Black Bolt. Then you have Captain America against Magneto, House of X. There's only one thing to say for this guy. Don't bring a metal champion, guys. Do not, and I mean absolutely do not. The only reason why you would is if you have it's your last champion left. Do not do it, guys, please. That was Captain America against, Kraven Hunter against Elsa Bloodstone. This was a very bad matchup, but I didn't know who to pick. Captain America had class disadvantage. If you bleed Elsa, you are going to put a degenerative debuff, like what we have right here on us. Venom, his first power and second power rely on that bleed. Kraven Hunter, it's not as bad, but still, you don't want to inflict it if you can. So that was a relatively quick fight. Psylocke against Captain America. Psylocke, when you're the attacker, she can be a really good power control champion. First power, power steals. Her second power, power locks. And third power, I think, power locks and power drains at the same time. It's just all around really good. Combine her with Apocalypse. Very good champion. Okay, now we're moving on to Black Widow with not Kraven. Yeah, we'll go with Kraven Hunter this time. I don't use Agent Venom that much just because the only way he deals lots of damage is if he has his first power bleed, and then it's the bleed damage that does it afterwards. Kraven Hunter, I mean, I guess you have to build up to a second power, but I'm just not used to playing with him. Oh shoot, that's my fault. Okay, well, you have to watch out because her Cruelty can get very aggressive. There we go. Gotta bait it out, and then you rush it, and then second power. Yeah. Oh, another thing I just realized is Kraven Hunter's second power is unblockable a lot of the times. So that is also something really nice to know about. Cole Obsidian and Captain America. Nothing too strange. Cole Obsidian is 1,130, so I believe he is the boss of this quest. And honestly, there's nothing much. His second power does stun, so be wary of that, but everything is dodgeable relatively easily. Normally we should be able to get a second power in, but not die, and nice. Perfect. So that was quest 2. Now we're moving on to quest 3. Now we have Kraven Hunter against Joe Fixit. Kraven Hunter has class advantage, this is going to be a quick fight. Joe Fixit, you gotta watch out for his bleeds. His bleeds are quite powerful from his first power. His second power just stuns you for a decent amount of time. It's kind of the same thing with the regular Hulk, actually. His second power hurts and stuns. Hopefully, you can dex the last few, so that way you can rush in and get the shots in. I'm not going to get to my second power. My combo is going to kill the guy. So unless I activate my power early, yeah. That's what happens when you have class advantage. If you've seen, even though they were weaker before, I had time to build up to my second power. Oh, and now we are moving on to Kraven Hunter and Luke Cage. No bleed. I do believe he poisons because it's just his unpenetrable skin. He starts with an indestructible charge when awakened. If he's not awakened, then he doesn't have it. And then as you can see, I think it's like a 20 or 30 second timer. Watch out for that combo. That combo will stun you most of the time. I think it's like 75% of the time it will stun you. His second power is really good because if he starts putting exhaustions on you by punching you, you can what was I going to say? Oh yeah, he will just deal tremendous damage and it'll turn into a concussion, hurting the opponent like a lot. Then we have Captain America against Doctor Strange. Real easy fight, class advantage, and Doctor Strange isn't that hard of a champion to fight. Just watch out as he circles through armor up, fury, and power gain. Power gain / power life gain. Whenever he punches, whatever damage is done, there's a % of that damage that's given back to his health. It's really good, honestly. Now we have Kraven Hunter against Spider-Gwen, because Kraven Hunter has that precision buff after activating his first power, making it where they cannot dodge on you or evade, as lots of spider characters like to do on you. So as you can see, they evaded right before my true accuracy came on. But now that it's on, oh shoot, that was a misclick on my part. Evade fail, so they weren't able to retaliate on me because of that. So that was good. Captain America against Howard the Duck. This should be a relatively easy fight. Just make sure you're not on the wrong end of Howard the Duck's gun, because he does have a considerable amount of furies. You can't see here because of how blurry it is, but I think he has 12 furies on right now, along with 3 armor ups. 10 furies. Nope, there you go. 12 again. So just watch out. He does become very powerful very quickly, but with perseverance, Captain America can beat even the Green Goblin, who we are playing up against now. Captain America against the Green Goblin. I mean, the Green Goblin has regeneration. Really strong. My goodness, that's a really strong regeneration. His first power drains. I think his second power might power lock, but I definitely know it incinerates. There we go. Come on now. First power? Yeah, that should finish him off. So honestly, Green Goblin is not that big of a deal. Agent Venom against She-Hulk. She-Hulk, what does she have special? Absolutely nothing. This is the final boss. So as you can see, they're starting to even out. Agent Venom has class advantage, thus quote-unquote raising his rating. He's like 1,100, maybe 1,200 without class advantage. But because of that, he's 1,300, and she's 1,100. So, let's see, can I get a bleed on her? Ah, come on. Give it a couple seconds. There we go. Rush back in, and then another first power. Give me the bleed. Oh, come on. I needed that bleed. You would have been dead by now. But anyway, now you can see that the fights are getting close to the same. They're being more drawn out. I have to use a little bit more. That was quest 3. Now we're moving on to quest 4, which is Captain America against Sunspot. The very first fight, he's 1,000, and I'm open up with a mistake. So that is not really good. I'm down to like 90% health, which I have not been that low in a while. Just by pure idiocy, I could have prevented that so easily. Now I just need an opening so that way I can use my second power, finish him off. Probably after Act 3 has been completed, I'm going to take my time and just talk about the individual quest, and we'll go back to 1 quest, maybe 2 quests a video. Just in that way you guys can kind of get my thinking behind. I am thinking about right after this doing a Cavalier challenge on my main account, and just showing you guys what I would use on my main account for these Cavalier difficulties. That is something I thought about doing. Star-Lord is not going to be a problem. Yeah, okay, so Kraven Hunter's second power can be good, and at the same time it can be very scary, but I'm sure it's all fine. Let's see, give me a second, guys. Sorry, you guys are just gonna have to watch this one. Okay, Kraven Hunter gets Captain America Civil War. Sorry about that, I had something that called to my emergency. Second power is very powerful on Captain America. I have him on my main, and I'll show you guys more than likely how that glancing is really annoying, because it will have there's a small percentage chance that they will shrug off any debuffs. So stun, poison, bleed. Oh, we got a special offer. I don't care. Thank you. Captain America against Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch can be a blessing and a curse. She can give you lots of buffs and lots of buffs. She can place debuffs on herself. See, I got a Fury there. She got a armor up and a power gain. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Should be able to finish her off with the first power, so that should not be that. Oh, okay, we both got power drained. And then she got ability accuracy, so she places debuffs and buffs at the same time. Kraven Hunter against Elsa Bloodstone. We've already had a similar matchup like this, so we're not going to even talk about it. So yeah, on my main account, I'm just going to go through Cavalier. I can go through it once, and I can kind of show you guys the champions that I should use, the quest, the nodes, things like that. And then we'll slowly get to that on this account here. But this one I kind of want to just have fun with. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. Yeah, her second power is very hard to dodge. Plus, I think I was experiencing some game lag here. Got to make sure I use my second power. I did not want to use my third. I can't remember what it was, but oof, that was a lot of damage actually when I think about it. Now we have Bishop against Captain America. It should not be that big of a problem. Oh my. 30% really in a combo? Okay, and that is so strange. Normally I don't deal... Okay, I don't want him to... There you go, that's fine, but it's the second power that I really did not want him to use. Oh, of course you're going to do that, just make me burn even more. Okay, I gotcha. There we go, thank you. Second power from Captain America. I don't understand Bishop, if not I would have given you guys some insight. So here, I think this is the final boss, Proxima Midnight against Agent Venom. From here on out, I will use Agent Venom a bit more, just because I like... Okay, why did it do a break the block? Oh my goodness. Proxima Midnight, I don't understand her. I don't know what the 3 is. I think that's for the attacker. Ooh, nice Bleed. Hello Bleed, how are you? Her second power is pretty strong if she lands it, but pretty easy to dodge. So that's why I'm not usually too worried about it. Let's see. Oh, yes. Nice. And Death by Bleed. No problem here. So that was relatively easily done. Okay, now we have Captain America against Venom the Duck. Only 400 different points that are in between the difference. Now, Venom the Duck's second power inflicts a toxic armor. That toxic armor deals energy damage whenever you are struck. So you do have to watch out for that. See, it's whenever these balls land on him, but luckily if you can do a double dex to get away from the little explosions. Second, nah, I didn't think so. He just has a little bit too much hit points. So that was a relatively easy fight. Mr. Fantastic against Kraven the Hunter. It's gonna, class advantage is not going to be that big of a problem. Now, next video we are going to finish up Act 3, and after that, it's gonna be another video like this. I don't know how long it's going to take. Now, instead of going to second power like I normally would, I went with first power for the simple reason that Mr. Fantastic can evade. And I really don't like the idea of him evading me. So keep the true accuracy up as long as possible when fighting these type of champions. That will be your best goal that you can possibly have. Captain America against Sorcerer Supreme is not going to be terribly hard. Class advantage, Captain America hits just hard. Okay, input lag once again. And there you go. See, 12 hits to knock out Sorcerer Supreme. They're roughly the same ranking, so that's not too big of a deal. And now we can... Okay, what's with the lag? Agent Venom against Vulture. I believe you are the boss of this one. If not, then I apologize. I thought it'd be better for voice coordination if I talk after the fact. And it's going to be something I'm going to be doing a little bit more often. Hopefully I can get the first power Bleed in. If I can. Okay, see, there you go. Oh shoot, that's a mistake. Now, Siphon Burn, you have to watch out. Every time he hits, he'll deal more damage by energy than he will by punching. So you do have to watch out for that. But if not, his bleed damage is quite powerful. We'll just let him burn up. You know, the usual standard stuff. Cosmic Ghost Rider, you've guys seen me fight Cosmic Ghost Rider in this video actually. So nothing different. He just doesn't bleed. I do believe he poisons, so we are going to go straight to the second power. He doesn't evade, so we don't need a true accuracy, so we're good with that. Okay, gotta watch out. Now, with Cosmic Ghost Rider's unblockable, I think it's only the first, maybe even first 2 hits, so you do just have to keep that in mind. Let's see, yeah, immune to bleed, I knew that, but the poison was where the real damage usually is. So we don't have to worry about that. And second power, dodge. Okay, I got hit at the very end, but that's quite alright. We'll just... Okay, I thought I could kill him by punching through his block, but obviously we can't. Okay, there we go. No problem. Cosmic Ghost Rider is defeated. Captain America is now moving on to fight against... What is it? Dragon Man? Yeah, Dragon Man. Gotcha. So Dragon Man, he's going to have a power gain, and it takes off every single time you stun the champion, or if you have a stagger effect. The best champion I can think of for this character specifically, Guardian is pretty good. Yeah, I think it's Guardian. No, it's Red Guardian. And Doom was really good for Dragon Man. Captain America Infinity War is good against Juggernaut because Captain America Infinity War deals against Unstoppable. He can just punch right through as long as he has a kinetic shield. But if not, Class Advantage, this is going to hurt. Bam. 2,000 damage. That is insane. So as you can see, 1,500. I'm 1,600 with Class Advantage. That was the end of that quest. We can move back down. I believe this is the last quest of this chapter. There's one more chapter after this, and we can work on that as we continue on forward. But right now, Kraven Hunter taking on Quake. I believe we fought her before, so it's not going to be too dangerous. We just have to make sure that nothing crazy happens like that. Stupid concussion, making it where she evades all my attacks. That's just really frustrating. Second power, dead. Because I do not like you. Good to know. Okay, now we have Captain America against Civil Warrior. Civil Warrior is a pain in the butt. His second power will power drain you with a good amount, like 1 to 1.5 bars, but the main thing is his armor up. He has physical resistance very high because he's a robot. Then he has hundreds and hundreds of armor ups. Do not use third powers against him while he has all these armor ups. You want the second or first power to be able to crit. And even though I took him down relatively quickly, I'm looking here, I think this was almost a full minute fight. It was like a 50-second fight, and it's one of my longest fights that I'll be having. Kraven Hunter against Daredevil, classic. He will evade every so often, but I can't remember if I ever do use my second power, or if I use my first power. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. All of his attacks, they don't deal damage, they don't deal high damage, they don't, okay, I'm supposed to punish, there you go. My goodness, see, they're so much more powerful, or they're starting to get the same. Okay, that was a mistake on my part. Get the second power in, that should deal a decent amount of damage. Sorry about that, guys. I had to answer the door real quick. Now we are back, and I did deal a little extra damage because between the time that I paused it and things like that. Normally, oh, okay, that was not supposed to happen. Just can't get hit by his, oh, okay, so just ignore that, YouTube notification. Honestly, now we're just moving on to, I am sorry, I have not been paying attention all that much. Captain America against Guillotine. This isn't going to be very hard. Class advantage, I mean, come on. Captain America deals a decent amount of damage. Plus, Guillotine, you have to know how to use her. If you do break the blocks, and then second power, you're going to inflict a huge amount of bleed, like crazy amount. Let me know actually in the comments down below when I go to Cavalier, or if you guys just want me to do a special video of explaining certain champions' abilities, things like that. And we can choose like 2 champions that you guys picked, and we can choose those characters, and we'll go into a special quest, and we'll just work on those champions and show you how they work and all. Oh, nice bleed. Spider-Man symbiote, you don't want him to use his first power. If you use your first power, you are going to get absolutely destroyed because he will evade so much. So as you can see, first power, then he gets, oh, okay, well I killed him first. That was not supposed to happen like that, but hey, I'll take it. Heimdall, do not, and I repeat, do not let him use your second power, okay? Under no circumstances is he allowed to use his second power. If he does, then prepare to either try to dodge it, which I would not recommend trying to dodge because you're just going to leave yourself open. But either way, it doesn't matter because it is unblockable. Now, his break the block is usually very slow. I don't know how I got trapped in it. But another thing you have to watch out for is his armor ups. He does, oh! And there you go, there's his second power. Luckily for us, it didn't stun us that time. I believe his stun can last for 2, oh! Oh, my goodness, that was a lot of damage. His stun can leave you for 2 full combos, so that's just crazy amount of time to deal damage. So now we are moving on to Ultron, which is the final boss. Does not bleed, but Agent Venom should be able to take care of him. This will have been 6 full quests in Act 3 in 30 minutes. Now, for me, it took me a little longer. I think it took me about 45 minutes total to be able to record all of this, but that's just because I had to reconnect it every 10 minutes or so. Plus, the fights were actually a lot longer than what you would expect. So, Ultron's first power is a simple Iron Man laser beam, just dash back once. His second power is a little bit harder. You're gonna have to block his laser beams, and then you can dodge in between his last laser beam and his punches. Let's see. You have to watch out for when he evades because he will get the Fury, and then he will burn you. Not burn you. I think it's poison actually. Don't understand that. Okay, I did not mean to do that at all. Dodge, go in, and then second power. Thank you for not dodging. It just takes forever to fight Ultron when you don't have somebody to take away his armor, and who relies too much on bleed. I mean, that's 4 first powers that I would have used. But with that, that is the completion of Act 3. Now, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. As you can see, we're 50% done with Act 3. So I guess it's not the completion. 10 units, some ISO, 85 units, a 3-star. What we are going to go do now is open up that 3-star champion because we have like lots of them. Oh, yay! Give me the shards, give me the shards. Lots of gold, lots of ISO just for completing quest. So hey, I am not going to complain. Just give it to me. Keep it coming. Yeah, there we go. So we should have a decent amount of 3-star shards. No 4-star shards. That's coming up next time around. And maybe by the end of it, we should have a 4-star. By the end of Act 3 is my goal, is to have a 4-star. We don't have anything under special. Let's see. We have 2 3-star champions to open. We could go ahead and open those up. And then we'll call it quits with Drax and Rhino. Drax could be good. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.